Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. Today we have a good one. We're going to be washing my church today. So this is one of my quarterly washes that I do. Let me take you guys around, see what we're working with. Here's one side right here, and then here is the front. Pretty tall building, but with our tips we'll be able to reach the tippity top. And what we take care of is just all of this dirt that just kind of builds up on to the surfaces. All of this right here comes off really nice. We're right off of the beach is just a mile down the road, so all that salt and sand is flying here, and then the highway is right here, so all that dirt is flying onto these white hardy board planks as well. So we're gonna get it all washed up, all the walls, and then also the windows as well. We'll go back afterwards and give everything water fed full cleaning. So we'll be cleaning everything over here. All of the windows, we got everything taped up, even though they have these safety protectors right here. I just like to tape them up either way. All the keyholes are taped up as well, and you can just see this surface dirt just kind of everywhere on here. So I washed it last quarter, about 3 months ago. So we're just back here giving it a good maintenance wash. There's also these marks on this side that I think it was caused by the plants rubbing up on here, but since the plants have kind of died down, we just have these marks all right here. So I'm probably gonna apply some SH along with some LA's Awesome, and then see if that does it. But I'm thinking I might have to brush it, so I got my brush just in case. I left my Home Depot brush at a client's house, but I have my water fed pool brush, so I'll probably have to use that for all of these marks. Let me show you guys the rig that we're working with today. This is the new rig that I put together. Picked up this skid from the aluminum skid. I got it from Dallas, and then I pieced together my pressure washer. It came with these 2 hose reels with some soft wash hose and garden hose, but I just swapped it out for pressure washing hose and my Flexzilla. It came with some other hose, but I like my Flexzilla. So that's what we'll be rocking with today. I know I have a leak right here, so don't blast me down. I know I gotta fix it. So we're gonna be working with that. Got some LA's Awesome that we're gonna be using to try to take care of a lot of those marks over there and then on the side. So should get some pretty good results. We're just gonna be downstreaming everything. And yeah, you can mix LA's Awesome with SH. It won't, cause an explosion or anything like that. So that is something that you can do, and it just kind of cleans everything a little bit better. It's like a little surfactant, but just kind of loosens up the dirt, especially for this stuck on like dirt debris from the road. It'll really help clean that. We're going to be applying our chemical using our M5 twist, and then rinsing with water with our X-Jet nozzle with the barb. So I get a lot of questions in the comments on how this works. Think of it as a J-rod. A J-rod has 2 high pressure tips and 2 low pressure tips. The high pressure will pull only water because it cuts off. The way that this downstream injector works, once you use like a black tip that your pressure washer comes with, that activates chemicals to be pulled through the barb. But once you put in any other tip, which is a high pressure tip, it cuts it off and it only pulls water. So this one pulls the chemical, this one rinses the water. You can still use this as a regular X-Jet with your X-Jet tubing and everything if you need to post-treat or pre-treat concrete or anything, or clean stucco or brick. But this is a great way on how to downstream. It's going to cost you a little bit. Like this will probably be 70 bucks for this, 150 bucks for the X-Jet, 70 bucks for the downstream, 150 bucks for the X-Jet. And then these probably, another 40, 50 bucks for this area. For just these little quick connects and the J-rod holder. But that's how I downstream. I think people just make it way more complicated than it needs to be. So I don't have to go back to the truck. I can stay washing, and I don't have to come back to the truck unless I want to, stop the pressure washer, fill up gas, or if I am finished with the job, what I'll do is then I'll take out my dipstick and I'll put it in fresh water. but that's whenever I'm finished with the job, when I'm ready to rinse it out. But the entire job, I can just switch between these two tips. M5 will pull chemical, swap to the X-Jet, that'll pull straight water. It'll stop the flow of chemical, it'll only pull water. So probably my most asked question in the comments is how this works. That's how it works. If you have any questions, let me know. I believe it's called like the Venturi effect or something like that, that the downstream injector, that's how it works, the way that it's able to kind of pull chemical with low pressure and then not with high pressure. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll show you guys in the video exactly, you know, how it works. Not going back to the truck, just pulling chemical, rinsing out the line, pulling water. So let's get into it. All right, so right now, if you can hear me, I'm just rinsing with water, loosening up everything as usual. Alright, so now we have our downstream injector plugged in. We can swap to chemical, and let me show you guys how it works. So we're going to be swapping from our X-Jet to our M5. So now we have our M5. As you can tell, it's a lot less pressure than the high pressure. So we're just going to wait for this chemical to come through, and then we can start applying some SH and some LA's Awesome. There we go. We got our chemical being pulled right now, as you can tell. You can see all the soap and everything. So we're just going to soap up this entire place. And that's how it works. So we're just, you know, downstreaming. With the M5 twist. And then whenever I'm ready to rinse, I'll show you guys and we'll rinse. This LA's Awesome kind of masks the smell of the SH2, so you're not going to be smelling like crazy bleach as you usually would with bleach. All right, so we soaped up everything. We have this whole section right here, all the way down to the door. So now we're gonna pull just water. So we have our X-Jet nozzle on. So now, right now, we're just blowing the line out, and we can just kind of, you know, put it on the surface. We're just blowing the line. It's very soapy because it's got that LA's Awesome. And then once we start seeing clean water, you'll know that we're just pulling water. So now we're pulling just straight water. Got no chemical coming out of here at all. Just straight water. So last time I washed here, I had a little bit of an issue because I didn't use LA's Awesome, and a lot of this stuff I had to kind of brush off. But now it's just coming off with the SH and the LA's Awesome. So pairing those two combined looks like it's working out really well. Now I'm just gonna give it all a rinse, and it should come out pretty good. All right, so we're rinsing everything now. Might take a little bit longer to rinse than usual because it's got all those suds in there. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta rinse the cross. Wash the cross. And remember, we didn't go to the truck to take out the dipstick. We just switched the tips. Now we're pouring water. All right, so we just finished rinsing off the entire, like first half of the front side, past the windows, and then the right side. So now we're just rinsing down everything right here with this water, with our X-Jet. Alright, so now we have our M5 twist on. We're going to be pulling our chemical here shortly, and we'll start applying it to these walls. And again, I haven't had to go back to the truck. I'm just staying here, and there we go. Only the tips are moving. Right now we're about almost an hour in, so I'm thinking that the whole building wash will probably take about maybe an hour and a half, and then the windows will be about another hour. All right, so same thing, we swapped it to the X-Jet. Now we're just going to pull straight water. We're going to rinse out the line. Now we're pulling water. Alright, now we're on the final side, so we're going to try to get rid of all these little hard-on stains right here. So we're going to apply some chemical, apply some LA's Awesome, and see if we can get that off. This side is the really sunny side, so we're going to apply chemical and then have to keep it wet the whole time because it's very, very sunny on this side. Alright, we swapped to our M5 twist. Just waiting for chemical to come out. Takes about 15 seconds or so. Again, staying here, didn't have to go to the truck, and then boom. Now, just like that, we got chemical. So let's go ahead, apply this to the whole area. We'll see what it looks like afterwards. There we go. My dipstick fell out of the tank, so I just went back over there and just turned it back on. It's a really low pressure rinse, so we're not damaging anything being kind of up close like this. Real nice and safe. Might have to give this a little scrub, but we'll see. We'll apply it and then we'll see what it looks like. So it's coming off. We'll probably have to brush it off though, but that's no worries. We got the water fed pole. It'll clean it up nicely. So hey everybody, so just wanted to show you guys, this is the only time that I have to move the dipstick actually into fresh water. It's just whenever I want to rinse the downstream injector at the very end of the job, but other than that, it just stays in the bleach tank. Alright, so we finished up the building wash. About to start on the windows now. I finished up maybe like 25-30 minutes ago, but I took a little break because, man, it's hot. Alright, but everything came out pretty good on the building wash. All these little shutters came out great. It's bright white again. So I'm just going to start on the windows, water fed pull, and then we'll take a look at everything after we're done. Alright, so doing the window cleaning now. Water fed pull. I like to give everything kind of 2 rinses whenever I'm working with hydrophobic glass when it beads up, so just giving everything another rinse. Look at that water fed pull work right there. It's all drying up, looking good. Same thing with these right here, they're all drying up, all those water spots just evaporating. As a window cleaner, you love to see this right here. If you can see this window, how that water is sheeting down. That's a hydrophilic glass rather than something like this or these, those water spots on them. That's hydrophobic. If it beads up, it's hydrophobic. If it just sheets down perfectly like that, hydrophilic. Hydrophilic windows are a blessing to see on a house or on a property. So just got everything finished up on here. Just waiting for everything to dry, make sure everything's gonna look pretty good once it's fully dry. We're just gonna start taking down everything and taking the tape off, taking the hoses out, reeling it up, and then we'll get out of here. Here is that left side of the building with all of the marks from the plants, and I think everything turned out a lot better than what it looked before. I'll have to look at the video and the photos, but there's a few marks that just couldn't come off, but I think for the most part it cleaned up pretty good. So I think they'll be happy with that. Hey everyone, if you've made it this far into the video, then thank you. I really appreciate it. This was a fun one. It's always good to help, you know, your local church out. So I'm really blessed to have this job. And yeah, this is my new rig. I'll be making a video in the next couple of weeks, just kind of breaking down the ins and outs and little details and all of that. If you guys have any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll make sure to get back to you. And yeah, until then, I'll see you on the next video.